We've got more sprint car news, including crew chief and driver changes. Plus, we'll talk a lot of weekend dirt racing, including a big dirt late model crown jewel winner. And is this finally Rico Abreu's year at Knoxville? Let's go. It's still Sunday, August 3rd. I'm Justin Fiedler. This is DIRTRACKR Daily presented by Kubota Genuine Parts. If you are a Kubota equipment owner now, or you plan to be in the future, then you're going to need the myKubota app. It's an essential tool for managing your equipment efficiently and effectively. They've got real-time monitoring. They'll send you maintenance reminders. There's diagnostic alerts. myKubota streamlines operations and helps you prevent breakdowns. You can also access helpful Kubota resources such as maintenance schedules and manuals. You can investigate fault codes that pop up. You can get help with step-by-step guides and watch video resources to get the most out of your Kubota machine. And if you need parts or service, you can quickly locate the nearest dealer to your current location. Doesn't matter whether you're doing construction, you've got maybe a big farm, or you use Kubota machines around your house. Take control of your equipment and streamline your workflow today with myKubota. Download the app and experience the difference. You can find the app in the Google Play or Apple App Stores. You can click the links below in the video description on YouTube, or you can scan the QR code on your screen now. This is Daily Show number 2 for this Sunday. If you missed the earlier episode we dove deep on the big news from late on Saturday night that Kasey Kahne had made big changes to the 49 team of Brad Sweet. We're not going to cover that here, so if you want to know what's going on, go watch the other Sunday Daily Show. On this one, we're just going to talk about a lot of other racing, or a lot of the racing and some other news items. We'll start first with the USA Nationals from Cedar Lake, easily the biggest win of Ryan Gustin's career and his first crown jewel score. A very nice $100,000 payday as well for he and that Todd Cooney team. You could see too, I loved on the Dirt Vision view that you could see Cooney looked like he was getting a little bit emotional on that one. Gustin started the week with his first Outlaw win since March back at Wilmot Raceway, but these guys didn't look like future crown jewel winners on Thursday. Just a 15th place finish behind Tim McCready's opening night win, and that was after Gustin started 24th. They must have made some good changes though, because they went quick time in their qualifying group Friday. They won their heat, finished second in the dash to earn the front row start on Saturday. And then he got by pole sitter Garrett Alberson in traffic on lap 12 and really never relinquished the lead from there all the way through the rest of the 100-lapper. It looked late like maybe Brandon Shepard was going to be a serious problem, but a late caution and then a poor restart relegated Shep to a 6th place finish. Behind Gustin, big charges for everybody. Mike Marlar, 16th to 2nd. Hudson O'Neal, 15th to 3rd. Nick Hoffman, 25th to 4th. World of Outlaws Championship leader Bobby Pierce had won this event the previous 2 seasons, but he was never in the mix all weekend. 17th on Thursday, 11th last night after needing a fresh right rear tire. Hoffman has his championship lead back down to 74 points, and with 18 races still to go, there is time for Hoffman to make this a battle. It's only 4 points per night he needs to gain. That is very doable if he can stay fast. Coming up, the crown jewel stuff flips to Lucas with the North-South 100 on tap for Lucas next week. It's then topless 100 after that. The Outlaws return August 13th at Highlands Speedway. Another weekend dirt late model action. I thought after the Friday night win, Jimmy Owens might start to walk away with this Hunt the Front Super Dirt Series title, but he bowed out of Saturday's HTF main event at Duck River with a mechanical issue and ended up 20th. That leaves the door still wide open with 4 races left. Sam Seawright won the Duck River finale, and Zach Mitchell and Corey Hedgecock are still very much in the fight here. Joseph Joyner and Dalton Cook still within 78 points, but I think those guys would probably need some help from the front runners to really have a shot here. Hunt the Front has one more August race, North Georgia on August 23rd. They then hit Southern Raceway in late September for 2 nights, and then the season ends October 11th at Cherokee with the Blue-Gray 100. Other late model winners included Ashton Winger with the Southern Thunder Series. Mason Ziegler and Dave Hess Jr. were ULMS winners. Dalton Wilson bagged the $10,000 Northern All-Star show at Brownstown. And Hayden Cardwell grabbed a very nice limited late model payday at Wartburg. At Knoxville, Rico Abreu broke through for his first ever 360 Knoxville Nationals titles last night. He led the most laps, but did have to battle with Kyle Larson late in that one. Larson actually led 2 laps kind of down the stretch there, those final 10 laps, but Rico was able to get back by and score the victory. Parker Price-Miller joined Rico and Larson on the night's podium. Gio Scelzi was hard charger in the NOS 7BC, going 17th to 8th, and our other fill-in driver right now is Justin Sanders. He was 11th. Aaron Reitzel was in attendance at Knoxville this weekend with a cast on his leg. Still a lot of people thinking it might be into September or October before we see him back in a race car. Back to Rico, he's now got a pair of 360 wins at Knoxville this year, as he did win his prelim night this week as well. He's also got 3 410 wins at Knoxville, including 2 weekly shows and an Outlaw win. He also won the Capitani Classic in 2024. He's obviously going to be looking to repeat that tonight. The question will be, though, can they carry the speed into this week and all the way to Saturday? Rico, I believe, is nearing 100 410 sprint car wins in his career, but is still seeking a big Crown Jewel score. He and Ricky Warner have put an incredible focus on Knoxville, and last year they had a front row start in the Nationals, but couldn't capitalize and finish 7th. Do you view these guys as one of the favorites this year? Let me know what you think in the comments below. We talked last week about the 360 Nationals not being a great predictor of 410 Nationals success. Nobody has ever won both in the same season, and only 2 drivers have won both in their careers. That wouldn't seem to be a great sign for Rico coming up, but a stat is only true until it isn't. Looking to tonight, I would expect a healthy car count for the Cappy. They had 82 last year, and this is it, the final chance to get on track before prelim nights start on Wednesday. A couple of sprint car news items before we talk more racing. First, last week we found out that the Vermeer Motorsports team with driver Hunter Schuerenberg was on the hunt for a new crew chief after splitting with Clinton Boyles. The team announced on Friday that veteran driver Mark Smith has been hired to replace Boyles. Smith took over the job for the Ironman weekend and has made 11 starts in a car himself this year. His best finish came at Port Royal in mid-July. Schuerenberg ended up 19th and 13th the 2 nights at Pevely, but Mark Smith, a guy with a ton of experience. Also, after 2 B-main exits against the Outlaws at Pevely, driver Scott Bogucki has parted with owner Justin Giddings and the 78 team. I'm a bit surprised to see this deal go south, leading right into the Knoxville Nationals, especially since this is an event we've seen Bogucki do well at before. In a social post, Bogucki said, quote, "After careful consideration and some life changes, Giddings Motorsports and I have mutually decided to part ways. The 78 will return home to Kansas City, and we both plan to still enjoy the week at Nationals with the family. I can't thank Justin and Karen enough for putting this deal together and giving me the opportunity," unquote. Bogucki was a main event starter each of the last 2 years at the Nationals. In 20 races so far this season, Bogucki has 4 top 5s and 8 top 10s. His best runs came earlier in the season during weekly action at Knoxville. At Pevely for the Ironman weekend, I think we weren't far off from a Carson Macedo sweep. He was dominant on Friday and then led the first 38 laps on Saturday before suffering a flat right rear tire. That handed the lead to Sheldon Haudenschild, but it wasn't to be for him either, as Buddy Kofoid nipped him late for the Ironman 55 victory. Outlaw win number 8 on the season for Kofoid. The Roth guys are going to be hoping this momentum will carry into Knoxville for the Nationals, where they struggled last year. We did have 2 high-limit guys go to Pevely with Spencer Basin and Tanner Thorson in the field. Thorson ran second last night to Kofoid, looked really strong. Donnie Schatz had a better weekend after 4 straight races of finishes 11th or worse. He was second on Friday, 7th last night. And a hat tip to Zach Hampton. He had his 5th Outlaw top 10 on Friday, backed it up last night with his first ever Outlaw top 5. He was in the dash both nights as well. Other weekend sprint car winners included Chase Stockin, Logan Seavey, and Kevin Thomas Jr. during Indiana Sprint Week's run to the end. KTJ never finished outside the top 7 all week, and the win last night was also good enough to earn him the Sprint Week title and that rocking chair. It was his 3rd career Sprint Week championship. And how about Caleb Henry winning in his first race back since getting injured at Attica? He grabbed the All-Star win at Hartford on Friday. He went from being helicoptered out of Attica straight to the hospital to sprint car victory lane in just a few weeks. Very good to see he's not suffering any ill effects. Incredibly, he leads the All-Star Championship right now by 18 points over Zane DeVault. Cap Henry and Tyler Gunn were fast winners. Bud Kading won with Narc at Ocean. Dylan Norris won at the Grove. Freddie Raymer took Lincoln. Jonathan Preston was a first-time 410 winner at Port Royal. Scotty Thiel was a 360 sprint car winner at Eldora. And Carter Sarf and Cameron Key were extreme midget winners at Pevely. All right, that is plenty of daily shows for one day. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.